The 1992 Young Astronauts Council was a McDonald's toy line featuring 3D cardboard models of spacecrafts and vehicles. They're not worthy enough to be listed in this video. The Happy Meal box art was useful in teaching children how to unscramble important rocket ship maintenance reports. Also, what kid wouldn't want to learn how to properly paint satellites? As far as the toys go here, the only premium in this line that deserves any recognition is the one intended for children under 3, Ronald McDonald driving the lunar rover. Now, driving is a debatable term since this toy is a single sculpted piece of hollowed plastic, so the wheels don't move. I challenge you to find one of these loose where the bottom doesn't look like a child forced Ronald to drive on pavement. So, is he driving? You could argue he's just simply operating the high gain antenna, but there's no onboard information cluster or control panel. He's just holding on and steering. This particular antenna requires delicately turning and adjusting to establish communication with Earth. The concern here is clearance and the way the antenna sits on the hood. There simply wouldn't be any room for rotation to achieve a connection without having to move the rover entirely. As a collectible, this dish on the antenna accumulates a significant amount of dust if you just let it sit out, but you can pretend it's from the moon. He weighs exactly 1 ounce. That's pretty neat. Ronald has this smirk on his face that would suggest he's either having a lot of success with whatever he's trying to accomplish, or he's just simply enjoying himself. In either scenario, he just emits this soft yet dangerously polite energy. His seat almost looks as though it's shaped to fit 2 young astronauts, or could that just be a subliminal M? Either way, he takes up the cab in its entirety. He's very bath and tub time friendly. Try making his helmet visor out of a soap bubble for added play. He also gets very soft and warm water, and it makes it significantly easier to chew on him, if you're about that. An interesting fact to note here is that all moon buggies, or lunar roving vehicles that were used for actual missions in space, were left on the moon, as it would have been too expensive to bring them home. It's humorous to imagine Ronald ditching this vehicle and contributing to the cause of polluting the universe. We can only do so much on our own planet. Sometimes, when no one else is home, I'll set him down gently while praising him, but then just berate him with hateful and jilted slurs. Please ask your parents' permission before you do this if you're underage. If you're a collector who likes to find play sets to display your figures on, I couldn't recommend anything more appropriate for this figure than Spawn Alley. The neutral undertones of the cold streets really allows Ronald's fun colors to pop, and it's just a privilege to witness. This is more of an appropriate setting to yell at him and really let him have it. Hey Ronald, nice antenna clearance. Get out of my face. Go on an adventure somewhere else, weirdo. It's really up for you to decide his fate. Any way you slice it, this figure is a must-have. You have to have him. Even if you already own this figure, you have to have him again. There's no end to needing this figure. Every time you find this figure, you pay cost. Don't even chance it. There's no haggling with this. It's way too important that you own him more. It's almost a lost cause because you'll never be done needing him. You're trying to fill an unfillable void with more and more of him.